July 2025. The Russians begin their offensive with this attack. These two tanks rushed ahead and became separated from the rest. The Ukrainian forces spotted them. The tanks are now waiting for reinforcements, which gives the Ukrainians more time to prepare. The convoy has formed up and is moving out to storm the area. Take a look at the field they're driving through. This section has been shelled by artillery for days, and this is not the first attack here. As soon as the enemy convoy gets closer, Ukrainian forces open fire. The first shots miss, but suddenly several mines are triggered in the path of the tank. This allows a few APCs to move further, but they too are met by a mine. The second tank drives out of the smoke cloud without issue, but then hits another mine. One of the APCs realizes it won't be able to make it through and starts retreating. Part of the convoy, now engulfed in flames, failed to break through. Ukrainian artillery continues shelling the area. Look at this, the tanks are equipped with mine rollers, but even those didn't save them.
Another part of the convoy splits off and moves closer to the village. An APC hits a mine, and its parts are scattered tens of meters in all directions. Here's another angle. After an explosion like that, there's not much left of the APC. But this tank and APC managed to get closer. It's getting dangerous. Ukrainian scouts spot how close the Russians have advanced. The information is relayed to the command post. Action must be taken immediately. As soon as the tank enters the village, it's attacked by drones. The first strike is unsuccessful. The tank keeps moving. Second strike. This time the armor holds again. But there's another surprise waiting up ahead. Here it is. The Ukrainians managed to remotely drop a mine right in its path. Here's how it looked from another angle. The tank crew abandons the disabled vehicle and hides in a nearby building. The first building is locked and they frantically run to the second one. The tank fires. The soldiers realize Ukrainian forces will destroy the vehicle and staying here is dangerous. At the same time, an MT-LB driving through village roads finds its own mine, which eventually turns it into a charred chunk of metal. But several more APCs managed to enter the village. The Ukrainians open fire on them, so the infantry can't dismount yet. Another Russian APC successfully unloads its troops. The soldiers rush out and take position in this house. This BTR-3 had to drive a bit further so the infantry could dismount safely. The soldiers scatter among the ruins of Ukrainian homes and begin their assault. One by one, the Russians advance and take cover in a half-destroyed warehouse. Ukrainian forces are closely tracking their movements. While the soldiers are inside, drone pilots begin targeting the Russian APC. 3 precise hits and the Russian APC is disabled. Another strike lands near the soldiers.
The Russians return fire. They're trapped. The Ukrainian Bradley moves out to eliminate the invaders. It's met with enemy artillery fire. The troops successfully reach the drop-off point and begin their assault. At the same time, the Bradley suppresses the enemy with its cannon. The infantry advances slowly and cautiously. The Bradley spots enemies inside a building and fires a tow missile. It hits the adjacent building with its Bushmaster cannon.
One of the rockets lands very close to Russian infantry, and they decide to retreat.
Уходим, отходите на крайне! На крайне отходите, мужики!
The situation is extremely difficult. They're cornered. They leave the building and come under fire. One of the soldiers reports he is wounded.
Гарри, ты целый? Муля, что с тобой? Что с тобой, Муля?
Some infantrymen manage to escape, but not all. The buildings are in flames. But this isn't over yet. Ukrainian troops close in on the Russian infantry. They're near this building. Close quarters combat begins. Look how close the soldiers are to each other. The Russians decide to enter the building. That was a mistake. Ukrainian reconnaissance reports every enemy movement. The shelling begins. Drones and mortars strike. One of the drones flies straight inside to the invaders, but it's unsuccessful. The Russians immediately evacuate the building. They relocate to other houses, but even there, Ukrainian drones catch up with them. The infantry continues clearing the area. They use grenades to advance. Ukrainian soldiers move toward the building where the enemy is located. But they don't know the exact position. They must proceed with extreme caution. A Russian soldier is hiding nearby and hears all the explosions. Ukrainian troops clear a neighboring house. Again, they throw grenades inside. The Russian commander orders the troops to stay hidden, and they obey. Ukrainian forces move closer. One soldier spots an enemy in the window. Gunfire breaks out. Ukrainians attempt to surround the building. The Russian commander sees an opening and orders a retreat. Some manage to get away. Ukrainians continue their assault. They enter the building, only to find a surprise. A soldier opens the basement and notices a booby trap left behind. The troops react instantly and evacuate the building. A powerful explosion blows out all remaining windows. The infantry is unharmed. The soldiers regroup and continue the assault. They split into small groups and check different areas. A drone spots the Russians' location. A precise drone strike. Then the infantry moves closer and throws grenades. After that, Bradley rolls up to the buildings and starts tearing everything apart. Bradley destroys one house after another. For the Bushmaster cannon, the walls of these homes are like cotton candy. drones joined the fight. Strikes on possible enemy positions terrify the remaining troops, and they began leaving their shelters. That was exactly the plan of the Ukrainian armed forces. As soon as the Russian soldiers came out, Ukrainian infantry was already waiting for them. The Russians try to escape but fail. The Ukrainians know how to defend their land.
If you like this, leave a comment so I'll know to keep going. Thanks for watching.